notice anything weird?
No.
I'm on the wrong side. No, I'm sitting on the wrong side. It's wild. What's going on, guys? So I'm in the truck yet again, and I'm going over to my buddy's house to check out some of his cars. He actually just got one of them back from getting tuned, I believe. So we're gonna look at that, and we are possibly gonna go for a ride in it. It's something that you definitely don't see a lot at all. Also, just make sure you check him out on Instagram as well. RVA E38, I believe. He's got some sick builds, and he's really close to my house, which makes it nice. But again, guys, I'll catch back up with him when we get there. Thanks. Feels cool. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's a cool car.
Yeah, it just feels like. Yeah. Dude, it is fast. Yeah, you can smell it, but
ideally we need to cut out some of the sheet metal, but I went up a spring rate.
So with the flares, is it actually cut out?
It's cut out under there, but they didn't cut enough.
Okay.
And I went up one spring rate, and it still rubs a little bit. It's definitely better. It used to be real bad.
Oh.
So I might go up one more rate, because I really don't want to cut sheet metal
into it.
Just because then you got to weld it up, and I don't want to paint it.
Yeah. I'm trying to get more up to date on my like imported cars. I just never like all the different specs you can get, all the different, well, this came with this came with this.
You can get lost.
You really can. Like, I've been following do you like Tommy F? Yeah. You know, so he's like a big importer in like Connecticut, but he has a really big YouTube following.
Okay.
So, and he has, RX-7s, FD. Here's a bunch of wild stuff. So he's always posting stuff, and I try to watch his stuff and try to like follow it. But like you said, you can get lost in it. It is wild how quick it is.
Well, the new turbo is crazy. The old turbo would spool like 35, 4,000 RPM. This thing starts spooling at like 1,500 RPM.
Yeah, it pulls hard right away.
Yeah, it's nice. The amazing thing was like going to driver and driving it, and then driving it home was so badass because the way they tuned it.
So you drove it up and drove it back?
Yep.
That's awesome.
So I instantly noticed the difference, And I was kind of afraid to like fully throttle it on the way there.
Yeah, because you don't want to. There's always that worry of something breaking. Did you worry if it broke on the dyno how you get home?
Oh yeah. For sure. The crazy thing is they dynoed it and did my YouTube video a week before this turbo went out. So I was thinking like, man, I'm so lucky that the turbo went out on 288 instead of a driver. I would have been pissed.
Because then you got to call your wife. She's or somebody.
I would have like Ubered
all the way back.
I would have made her do that. She would have been pissed.
That's like me if something.
It would have been like $500 for Uber.
I gotta do it.
Time is money, man.
Yeah, this thing is. I just like the feel of it too. Like, it's got a vintage feel, but
yeah, it's so if you're not too familiar with other imports, like I've had a couple of 510s, and then I drove a R30 Skyline. A buddy of mine had a 70, and it drives just like an old 70s Nissan or Datsun, but it's got like the 80s shell to it.
Yeah.
I get bored too, you know?
Cause like, what else would you essentially want to do to it?
To this?
Yeah, nothing.
Not really.
Just leave it.
Fix, you know, like the rubbing. The diff, I don't like the diff. I mean, it's great because it's a two-way.
Okay.
But it's so loud. Like, and I mean, you can't hear it right now, but
yeah.
like when you're coasting, it's so loud it knocks you.
You hear it just whining?
Yeah, and just, you get this noise. I just don't like it. It just bothers me. So I might go to like a 1.5. But then you lose the performance. So I'm kind of torn. This car is basically, it's a race car that you drive on the street.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. It handles so good, man.
Oh,
It's like planted.
great. I just had it aligned too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And the ribs. Blow-off valve is really nice.
Yeah. It didn't have one before.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
That was a good one. It handles so good. Burning rubber smell. And so what year is this?
it's an 84.
84. Dude, I probably like it the most that it's an 84 and you just rip on it.
And the guy that built this car, so he bought it as just a standard non-turbo inline 6 Skyline. Just because it was a rust-free shell. And then he did the swap with the motor and stuff. So, yeah, I need to come back on this road.
Yeah, this road is awesome.
Smooth.
Yeah. There's some tight curves, but it's an awesome road.
Oh, it's so smooth, man. Turkey just ran across.
So you're gonna go right by my house. You can check out the 240.
Oh, yeah.
You do that. Is it rubbing bad enough to like dig into the tire?
It is, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's got enough
Just-
tread.
It's just
It'll be
grabbing
all right.
it. Yeah. I just didn't know how bad it was. It's just.
And I mean, I very rarely have anybody else in the car.
Yeah.
So.
But see, my old I had an Evo 10, and it would do the same thing. Like on a big decline, I had like RPF 1s on it and Fortunes and everything. But on a big pump like that, it would do the same thing. It's just eat the fender.
I mean, it does it with me, just being able to, if I go wide open.
And what suspension's on it?
Blitz.
Okay.
The car, for the most part, is how I bought it.
That's wild that they did everything in Japan and just.
I mean, he did a great job.
Yeah.
He,
So is it like a known builder over there, like a shop,
no,
or just a guy?
No, just a guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How in the world did you find it?
Oh, it was on a dealer's site. So every day I would search all the there's one site that like databases like a lot of dealers.
Okay.
And so I'd search that, and then I would search the auctions.
Okay. And how did you like communicate with him? Does he know English or speak English?
No, I had Japan Parts Service do all that.
Oh, okay. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Huge shout out to Brandon. Be sure to follow him on Instagram, RVAE38. He's got some sick builds. He has a Toyota Tacoma with TEs on it. His wife has a sick BMW, and he has a couple other things coming that you guys are really gonna enjoy. And I'm gonna try to catch up with him when maybe he gets his new car, and we'll go take it out for a ride, and I'll do a little video on it. But again, I appreciate it, guys, and I'm gonna leave you with some sweet sounds of this.